Hey guys, what's up? This is Ken Kowalski from Second 50 Strong, and today we're going to talk about when it comes to burning fat off of your body, does cardio work or does it suck? Let's find out. Let's do this. All right, guys, this is going to be the last one we do a while for pie hole management, which is what we're putting in our bodies, right? I want to move on to other things later on. There's so much to talk about, so much information I want to share with you guys that you just need to know. You know, obviously this is for men over 50. It can be for men under 52 because we're all kind of in the same boat, but especially for men under 50 because now's the time. Now's the time to make your move. Now's the time to reset your course and make sure you thrive in your second 50 years of life and not decline in your second 50 years of life. And one of the biggest things of all is, we talked about this in the last video, of dropping the pounds off of your body. I cannot tell you how important that is, but actually I did tell you how important that was last video. That's video, I think, number 8. If you haven't seen it, check it out and you'll understand why. And in that video, we talked about that the number one way to lose weight, and this will always be this way until the end of our existence on planet Earth, is to be in a calorie deficit. Sure, it matters what kind of food you eat. Yeah, your body reacts differently to different kinds of food. Get it. We talk about that in the last video too, but still, no matter what kind of new idea or new media post or whatever clickbait's going on out there, the bottom line is this. If you want to lose fat off of your body, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Now, there are two ways we can do this. We can either decrease our calorie intake or increase our calorie usage. Either way, that puts us in a calorie deficit. So what's better? Is eating less food better or burning more calories? Basically in the form of cardio, right? Cardio is the way most of us like to burn the calories off of our body. And I see a lot of people try to do it. I actually have a friend who went to see his doctor, needs a knee replacement, and the doctor's like, you gotta lose weight. And he came back and told me, he's like, how does he expect me to lose weight if I can't exercise? My knee's bothering me. That's like a catch-22. It's not gonna work. And I had to explain, no, man, you gotta just eat less calories. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Anyway, here we go. So what's the answer? Cardio, decreasing your calories. What's the best way to utilize our time? Because honestly, we're busy. We got a lot going on and we can't juggle too many things at once. If we had to focus on one thing to be able to take the weight off of our body, what would it be? Well, the answer starts to lie in the name of cardio. Cardio stands for cardiovascular exercise, right? I also like to call it cardiopulmonary exercise because we're using our lungs so much, right? I mean, so much. So cardiovascular, cardiopulmonary, that's actually what we're exercising. So what does cardio really do for us? Cardio strengthens our heart. Our heart is a muscle, and the harder we get it to pump over these cardio exercises, the stronger it gets, which means it can push blood faster. It can push blood further with each contraction. So when we're resting, our heart rate goes down low. I know athletes whose resting heart rate's in their 50s because their hearts are so strong, right? It's incredible. So really important that it can strengthen our heart to push this blood through our body for a myriad of healthy reasons. We need the oxygen, the nutrients. We need to get rid of the stuff we want to get rid of. The other thing it does, well, more than just the other, but another thing it does is it increases the strength of the muscles for our breathing. Now, our lungs are not muscular, right? Our lungs are not made of muscle, but what moves our lungs is a completely muscular action. Every inhalation and exhalation is created by muscular contraction. If you've ever heard of botulism, right? Like the Botox stuff people are injecting in their faces and stuff. Really, that's a poison that you can get from old canned food and certain kinds of foods. And what that does is it paralyzes you. Now, that's bad enough, but once it paralyzes your breathing muscles, you're dead. You can't breathe anymore because it's impossible to breathe without a muscular contraction. While we're doing our cardiovascular / cardiopulmonary exercises, it strengthens all of those muscles. We have one muscle here called our diaphragm, whose only job is to contract and open and fill our lungs. But we have a lot of accessory muscles too that we use in our neck, our chest, our abdomen to push air out and to pull air in. as we are doing this cardiovascular exercise, we're strengthening all of those muscles. Now we're able to draw more air in, push more air out, and get more oxygen exchange. So those are two major things that cardio does, but it does two other things really well as well. And one of them is it increases the elasticity of our blood vessels. Guys, this is huge, right? We don't want our blood vessels to get brittle and hard. We want them soft and pliable, and cardio does a great job making that happen. What do pliable arteries and veins allow us to do? Well, avoid high blood pressure, avoid a stroke, avoid a heart attack, a myocardial infarction, right? Like, it helps limit the risk for those when our blood vessels are able to move and stretch and be able to expand when needed. Also, what cardio does is it helps our bodies become very efficient at absorbing, transporting, and utilizing oxygen to create energy, right? Energy is made in our cells. Not to get all sciencey, but there's these little energy guys in our cells called our mitochondria. And they use oxygen at one point in that Krebs cycle that we all learned in biology. Like, what the heck was that, right? In Krebs cycle, to create the energy that our body uses. So as we do cardio, because we're in survival mode, right? We always are trying to adapt to our environment, get better so we can survive and procreate and live another day and pass on our genes. Our bodies are like, whoa, I need more oxygen. I need to get better at absorbing, transporting, and utilizing oxygen to create that energy in our system. And cardio does that great. I got a story for you. So about 10 years ago, I did the original Insanity workout through Beachbody. I thought it was hard. I love doing challenges. So I did it. And honestly, not to brag, I did it twice, right? So it's 2 months at a time. And it's pretty tough. That second month, some of the workouts are like 50, 55 minutes long. And Shaun T, the guy who runs it, kicks your butt. Like, you can dog anything and make it easy, or you can bust your butt and make anything hard. I busted it. It was painful. It was difficult. I had puddles of sweat down on me, underneath me. Now, I lost weight. Of course I did, because I am burning monster amounts of calories, right? But what was amazing is, this was in the summertime when I was finishing up, and we had our little easy fill pool for the kids. This was 10 years ago. My oldest was 13. My youngest, my God, was what, 6? So one of those little Walmart easy fill pools, we got the bigger one so we could all swim in it. And I'm hanging out with my kids and I go underwater. And I'm like, holy cow, I can hang out here for a while. I easily could hold my breath for close to 2 minutes. Like, it was unbelievable. I could go underwater and just hang out and just think about stuff and just lay there, blow a little air out, sink to the bottom. And I was shocked at how long I could hold my breath for, because my body got really good at absorbing, transporting, and utilizing that oxygen to make energy. It became really efficient that I didn't need it so much. And I could hang out there, have a ton of thoughts underwater, and not once think, geez, I gotta go up, I need my air. It was really surprising how well that works. So that's what cardio exercise is great for. And of course, that's important for us to be able to do. But if you're looking to drop the pounds off of your body, that might not be the best way to do it. Now, I'm a wrestling coach, like you all know, right? I see kids, when kids start the season, when I start the season wrestling, because we wrestle the kids as well, we call it tightening up. You're gonna tighten up. You're gonna drop 4 or 5 pounds no matter what. Why? You're running in the beginning of practice. Drilling takes a lot of calories. You're live wrestling basically every day, right? And yeah, you're eating a little bit less kind of, but really you are burning a lot of calories and you are dropping some weight. But the question is that the best way to utilize our time? Well, let's look at that. Let's compare what some things are for calories that we put into our pie hole versus what it's gonna take to burn it off, okay? Number one, a Big Mac, okay? That's 540 calories. That's gonna take you walking at 3 miles an hour, 2 hours to burn off one Big Mac. You doing that a lot? Got that 2 hours to spend to walk 3 miles an hour? And 3 miles an hour is not speed walking, right? That's basically about the average speed a man walks when he's on a purpose. It's faster when you're walking through, Rose Garden, but slower than when you're speed walking. It's about the average speed, but it'll take you 2 hours at 3 miles an hour to burn off that Big Mac. The average Dunkin' Donut is about 245 calories. That's gonna take you 20 minutes of vigorous push-ups to burn off. And I'm only laughing because, man, we're talking vigorous push-ups, like real ones where your elbows extend up all the way. Give me 20 seconds of that, right? Like, give me 40 seconds of that. You're gonna be exhausted. People think a minute goes by fast. Try doing vigorous push-ups for a minute. That minute's gonna last forever, right? You're gonna do 20 of those? Man, it's gonna take you an hour to get that done for the amount of rest you need to do. Because key word is vigorous, right? Next, a 16-ounce caramel latte from Starbucks. Same thing, 255 calories. That's gonna take you jumping rope at 115 skips per minute for 15 minutes. Guys, that's 2 skips per second. You're moving, right? 15 minutes, good luck to you to get that done in 15 minutes. That's gonna take you a half an hour minimum to keep that pace up just to burn off a caramel medium latte, right? Crazy. Last one really blew my mind. The average movie medium popcorn. You go to the movie theaters, you get a medium popcorn. 1 squirt butter is 730 calories. Holy crap. For a popcorn, it's not even filling you up, right? You're gonna be hungry after that again. 730 calories. That's gonna take you biking at 10 miles an hour for 1 hour. Now, 10 miles an hour, y'all, that's not coasting down a hill at 10 miles an hour. That is pedaling against resistance to keep you at 10 miles an hour on a level surface for an hour. Just for a medium popcorn, you weren't even really thinking while you were eating it. That's crazy. So let's now look at this last comparison. Not putting anything in your pie hole, 0 calories. What does it take to burn it off? 0 time and 0 effort. Well, that seems easier, doesn't it? So here's the conclusion of all of this, guys, and I want you to burn this into your brains, right? I want you to sticky note this on your bathroom mirror. I want you to tattoo it on the back of your hand if you have to. If you want to drop weight, here's how you do it. It is infinitely easier to avoid 500 calories than it is to burn it off. Now I'm going to say it again because it's that important. It is infinitely easier to avoid 500 calories than it is to burn it off. Because honestly, none of us are burning it off that much, are we? Our lives are just too busy. We're sitting around too much. So when it comes to losing weight and dropping pounds off of your body, compared to avoiding calories, cardio hits like a little girl, right? It really doesn't do a great job at dropping the pounds off your body as well as avoiding those calories in the first place. Now, even though avoiding those calories takes 0 time and 0 effort, it's not easy, right? That's hard for us to do. A lot of us are overeating, right? We're eating more than the requirements that our body needs. So I got 2 exercises for you that are gonna help you with this. Okay, now these exercises require basically no calories and require almost no effort, but they're wicked hard to do. And let's get into them right now. Those 2 exercises are the push away and the walk away, okay? Those are the 2 exercises that are gonna help you manage your pie hole and avoid calorie consumption. So let's start. What's the push away? The push away is anytime you're sitting down at a family affair or even a restaurant or whatever it might be, or a gathering of some kind, a potluck, and somebody plops down a wonderful, delicious little sugary, fatty treat in front of you that really, you didn't really ask for, right? You didn't really want, right? What do? You push it away, okay? So you're looking at this treat, you're like, I really, really don't need it, right? I know it's not good for me. I'm kind of full anyway. I know it's gonna put extra pounds on me. So what you do is you gently push it away 2 inches, look up at this kind person and say, thank you, but I'm so full, this will really put me over the top. I would love to have it another time. You're so kind, thank you. And you push it away another inch. Now, is that easy to do? No way. That's wicked hard to do, right? Because number 1, You would love to eat it. You know you don't need it. You know you don't want it, but you want to eat it anyway. Your pupils are dilating like a T-Rex, focusing on what it's hunting that's running away, right? Like you're like, oh, and you want to eat that thing even though you know you're not supposed to, right? So that's reason one, it's so hard. You got to overcome that. And reason two is you're creating tension, man. Like, that person who's giving you that is realizing you don't want a piece of their love, right? They're plopping down that little piece of love for you and you're saying no. You really don't want to offend anybody and you don't want to be the jerk that everybody's talking about afterwards who wouldn't eat that little piece of love that someone plopped down in front of you. And you don't even want your wife or girlfriend to be like all upset that you embarrassed her and everyone else because you didn't eat what was put down in front of you again. And that's hard, man. That makes it really difficult to do this. But because of that, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's actually the best thing for you to do. 3 reasons to help you do the push away. Number 1, that person giving you a little piece of their love, they're not doing it for you. They're doing it for themselves, right? They're gonna get off on watching you say that you enjoy it. Look at the smile on your face, right? Tell them how good it is. You feeding your pie hole this stuff is actually feeding their ego. Right? That's why they're giving it to you. And if they didn't get off on you enjoying their food so much, they wouldn't give it to you in the first place, right? That's why they're giving it to you, is because it's benefiting them. Reason number 2, man, they know that stuff isn't healthy. They know it's not good for you. They don't care. They're not gonna be there for you when you're having health problems down the road because you couldn't do the push away enough times. They're not gonna pay your medical bills. They're not gonna sit with you when you're suffering, having all of these problems because you ate too much of that garbage. They're off doing their own thing. They don't even care. And even more, they're probably happy that you're eating it because you're making them feel better about themselves because they're eating it too. Right? You're doing them the favor because misery loves company. And if they can't control their pie hole, they love the fact that you can't control your pie hole either. Number 3, and here's the cool part, guys. If you stay consistent with the push away, right, and you keep doing this on a regular basis, they're just going to come to expect it. They're going to stop offering you this stuff. It's going to slowly move into just having less tension over time. And here's the kicker. The kicker is that they're going to start to respect you, right? They're going to compliment you on your strong willpower, mention how you're losing weight and you're looking really good, and they're going to start seeing you as a higher value man, which is exactly the direction we're taking our lives anyway. Those are 3 great reasons why the push away is so important. So the bottom line is this, guys. When someone gives you a sugary, nice little treat, a little piece of their love, just remember, they are always doing it for themselves and they are never actually doing it for you. And that alone should be able to help you start the push away exercise. Exercise number 2, the walk away. All right, this one's a little easier because you're not offending anybody, but it still creates a lot of tension, but all that tension's in your mind, okay? Utilize the walk away when you find yourself standing in the refrigerator or in your pantry, in front of an open fridge or in front of an open cabinet door, looking for something to eat. You're not hungry. You don't need food, right? You're basically not even paying attention. You're kind of on autopilot, right? You're just doing something to fill your body on up. This is when the walk away is important. The walk away has 4 basic steps. 1, wake up. Wake up to the fact that you are standing in front of your fridge or your pantry with the door open and you're eating something that you simply do not need to eat, right? If all we did was eat what our body required to thrive, get really strong, feel healthy and great, we would all eat much less. No doubt, right? If we only ate what we needed, not to get skinny, but if we ate what we needed to get strong and vibrant, we would eat much less than we are right now. So in that moment, you got to wake up and be like, whoa, what am I doing here? Get in the moment. Get off of autopilot. Step number 2, either in your mind or out loud with your mouth, you are going to say no. No. What is that doing? That's getting your inner man up to the plate, right? I never understood this concept of our inner child, needing to connect to our inner child. Man, children are irresponsible. They're immature. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Don't connect with your inner child. We're going to talk about that in the video. Find your inner man. Connect to your inner man. And your inner man is the one who's stepping up and saying, no, I don't need this. I'm not going to eat this right now. Next, close the doors of whatever you're staring in and drink a glass of water. Drinking a glass of water is very helpful. Kind of fills your belly up, gives you a sense of fullness. You're probably dehydrated anyway. Most people are. And then that way you can just walk off being like, all right, I put something in my stomach. I feel better now. Drink a nice big glass of water. And then fourth, go do something. Go do something meaningful, productive, constructive, whatever that may be. Don't go back sitting on the couch. Don't go back sitting in your lazy boy, because if you do, here's the twisted thing. You're going to end up right back in the kitchen or the pantry 10 minutes from now. You're going to bring yourself back there on autopilot again within 5-10 minutes if you're not starting to do something constructive, right? And then you got to do the walk away again, which is okay, because the more you do the push away, the more you do the walk away, the stronger you get at it, right? Just like with every exercise. Every successful attempt makes you stronger. And you got to go do something constructive because, and guys, this is important because, like, here's the deal. I made this decision a while ago. I'm going to be the guy that tells you the uncomfortable truth, okay? I'm going to be the guy that looks you in the eye and tells you what you need to hear, and you're probably going to hate me for it, right? You're not going to like me. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to make you be more than what you are right now, to raise your value, to grow into something and someone that you want to be, okay? And just like as a physical therapist and just like a wrestling coach, I know full well it is not my job to make friends. It's not. It's my job to make you better. And that's why I'm going to tell you something that you don't want to hear, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm not into marketing right now. I'm not into making you love me. I don't give a crap if you subscribe or not right now. Actually, I do. Subscribe if you want to. But anyway, whatever. Here it is. Here's the uncomfortable truth you don't want to know. And I'm going to say it directly to you. You are probably eating too much because you have a boring life. I said it. You're probably consuming too many calories because your life is boring. And you're looking for that food to give you something that your life should be giving you, right? Excitement, adventure, the feeling of love, go chocolate, right? Comfort, diversity, just difference, doing something different all the time. That's why you're eating too many calories, is because you have not created a life that is giving you that stuff, so you're finding it in the food instead. That's a problem. Too many times we're doing nothing while we're watching someone else's life, and we'll eat to fill those times of nothing, right? It could be a sporting event. It could be watching other people's real lives. It could be a sporting event. It could be social media and all of that garbage. It could be fake. It could be Netflix or a movie or something on television, right? But when we're watching all of that stuff, we're actually not doing anything. So we need to fill our time to do something. And what is that typically doing? Stuffing our pie hole, because we want to be doing something while we're doing nothing, right? The key is to go do something. Find a meaningful purpose. We're going to get into that. Create an action plan. We're going to get into that. Work it. Do things. Like we're going to get into all of that in time. So don't worry about that. But the thing you need to know now is one of the biggest obstacles you're going to have to stop eating is continuing with a boring life. And that's what you've got to fix to make the push away and the walk away so much easier. Man, if you ever notice, now there's exceptions, of course there's exceptions, but a lot of like dudes who are really go-getters, Steve Jobs unfortunately passed away, but still, like look at Elon Musk, all these dudes, they're not overweight, they're too busy. They don't have time to eat all the time. Grant Cardone, right? Like all of these guys, they don't have time. Right? They're not looking to eat. They're looking to just fuel. The food's not giving them adventure. The food's not giving them excitement. They're living adventure. They're living excitement. They're looking for the food to just fuel them to live their exciting life. And that's how we need to be as well. And the first steps to that is the push away, the walk away, and then start to analyze the big question. And the big question is, what is this food giving me that my life isn't giving me? Every time you find yourself in that pantry, every time you're putting a fork to your mouth with something you know you shouldn't be eating, or Reese's peanut butter cups that you shouldn't be eating, or all the food you're hiding that you think it's okay because no one else knows about that you're eating by yourself. Right? I see this all the time, guys. I mean, I once knew a woman who ate her dainty little salad for lunch, was on Weight Watchers, right? Ate little tiny bits of food in front of all of us at work. And I talked to her husband, and her husband says she's got piles of Reese's peanut butter cups, Tootsie Rolls, Rolos. She'll go through a bag of Rolos in 3 days, eat like 10 Reese's peanut butter cups in a day. All the while she's eating her dainty little salad because she's lying to herself. But all of that stuff, when you're eating it, you need to ask yourself, what is this food giving me that my life is not giving me instead? That's hard. That's wicked hard, guys. That's profound and it's painful, but you got to do it, right? That's how we're going to lose weight, dropping our calories, not stuffing our pie hole so much, utilizing the push away, utilizing the walk away, analyzing what is this food giving me that I should be giving myself and creating in my life. That's how we're going to drop the pounds. It's not by cardio. Cardio will do it, but it doesn't work too well. It's by calorie restriction. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Comment below. If you hate me, you hate me. I've heard it 10,000 times from patients and my wrestlers. I don't care. Let me know again if you don't like it. That's all great. I'll see you next time. Get strong as hell, redefine your prime. I'm Ken Kowalski with Second 50 Strong, and I will see you next time.